Welcome, Bhargav. It's awesome to have you here. I'm excited to hear your experience with the Magento certification. Congratulations. You are not only Magento Cloud certified, but also Solution Specialist. And I think everybody would agree Solution Specialist is one of the most difficult certifications. So I'm curious, what prompted you to want to get certified, Magento certified in this case?
So, Joseph, I wanted to prove myself, and the best way to prove or test my knowledge is by getting certified. So
Okay.
that thought prompted me to prove to everyone that I am knowledgeable enough to get certified.
That's awesome. That's good. So obviously certification then carries some weight, is some value to you in this. So I guess the next question would be, how did you prepare for this test? Because obviously as you're looking to get into this, it's the tests are tough. Like as you well know, as you took them, obviously, but then like understanding what to prepare for and how to prepare for that. I would be curious your thoughts there. Like, how did you prepare for these tests?
So I prepared for the tests using DevDocs and SwiftAuto Study Guide. DevDocs are a great resource, while Study Guide is a line guide on what all points are useful out of all the resources available. I used
Okay.
to study every day for approx 1 to 2 hours, so which helped me reduce my nervousness during the test. Hands-on experience in Magento 2 is I tried to get during the preparation time, which helped me a lot during the test, as most of the questions were based on the real life experience. So
Oh,
if we
sure.
are not experienced enough, we cannot get to know all the things that are asked in the exam.
For sure. Absolutely. Now you mentioned that that you studied for 1 to 2 hours a day. And I think it's a challenge to be able to fit that time in when I know you have a whole bunch of other things going on in your life. What was, maybe you'd say, a couple of things that you found helpful in being able to take that time every day?
So the most important thing I used to figure out is getting early in the morning or sleeping late in the night. For Magento 2 Solution Specialist, I was getting up early in the morning, like about 5 a.m. or 6 a.m. in the morning, then used to study for up
Mhm.
till 7 or 8 in the morning, and then go to my routine. While in the cloud, I used to study late in the night after coming from office or after having my dinner. So that is how I maintained my consistency in preparing things up.
Okay, that makes sense, and that's good. Yeah, and I think consistency, like you said, there is the key in order to passing a test. I was just talking with somebody here about an hour ago who also passed their test, and they spent about an hour a day over the course, I think it was 2 or 3 months. And again, it was that consistency is so important. And yeah, I can't. That great point you bring up there. One of the things that I always enjoy hearing about with these Magento tests is, and this happens to me all the time too when I'm studying, it's like these things that I didn't know. And I can think of almost one per test. Like, wow, this was really enlightening. What was some of your light bulb moments when it came to things that you didn't know, but you actually learned in this process of achieving either the cloud or the solution specialist?
So basically, in the beginning, I hadn't figured out relationship of simple products, configurable simple products with
Hmm.
configurable options. But later on, when I went through Solution Specialist Guide and Solution Specialist, I also came to know about Magento 2 commerce features like customer segmentation, content staging, page
Hmm.
builder, etc. So that helped me. Now this is helpful for me getting on talking with the merchants and saying, hey, you want to do this? You want to make a sale live on this date? Okay, we will do it with the content staging, so we don't have to wake up in the night and go it live. So this is how I can help merchants as well as my team getting things ready while after getting certified. So that's how it helped me.
That's great. It's so good, and I love, especially even on the solution specialist test, like you're talking about there. Like there's a lot of powerful features in Magento, but depending on the merchant and their needs, it's not always something we just sit down and take the time to investigate, right? I mean, we we got a lot of other stuff on our plate, but this study is an excellent time to dig in and to learn, do everything we can to figure these new parts out. So I'm curious, maybe we could, what would you say, let's start with this, just the solution specialist. We can focus on that. It's a little more widespread than the cloud. What did you think of the test? Like, I obviously talk about how difficult it is, and it seems difficult to me. But what did you think of the solution specialist? What were some of your overall thoughts on there?
Solution specialist is not very easy to clear, as it requires in-depth knowledge about specific topics, and also the most difficult part for me was there are two or more similar answers in the same question, right? We need to choose wisely what is the most perfect answer we can think of that question, so that thinking needs to be developed by understanding and by working on it. It cannot be developed by just reading books or reading study material.
Yes, exactly. That practical hands-on experience is so critical. Absolutely. And I always remember when I helped write that test, we had a number of times in that room. I don't remember if I relayed this story to you, but we had a number of times where everybody's sitting around this big table. It was like a war room, more or less. And so we were sitting around the table, and we would read a question, and the whole entire room laughs. And I'm guessing there's a couple of those questions you could probably relate to, right? Because you've been through that, you've done it, and so it's very much experience based. Absolutely. So I think a great final question to wrap up this mini interview here, talk about your certification experience. How has this helped you? Like, what benefits have you noticed have been a result of your investment in yourself and your ability to achieve these certifications?
So the first thing that it has helped me in is getting my career boosted. It has boosted my career in terms of Magento as well as into e-commerce, because solution specialist contains a lot of part of e-commerce questions. And other thing that it has helped me is getting more monetary benefits as well as creating new job opportunities for myself. So if someone is asking that prove your knowledge, I don't need to prove it every time. I just can say that, okay, I am certified enough and fitting enough in this position. So creating new job opportunities, having monetary gains. So it has helped me both the ways.
That's awesome. That's really good. And I do hear that. And I always really happy to see when these do help, because I know it does. If nothing else, the amount of knowledge that you have invested in yourself, even if you have immediate, as you just talked about, immediate short-term gains with your certifications, I'm confident long-term, this is going to pay off even more, significantly more. Just the short-term, you get a bump, and then it takes off from there with this knowledge that you've invested in yourself. So congratulations, Bhargav. It's good to have you on here. Thank you for sharing your knowledge and your experiences with these tests, and definitely wish you the best of luck here in the future as you go on to continue on your career. So thank you for joining us.
Thank you.